guys, it's Deanna from Vintage Cottage Stitches, here for my weekly floss tube. I feel like I didn't get a lot done this week. Last night I did put the tutorial up for the basket liner. I didn't bring it in here with me. For the road trip, it's the small gathering Longaberger basket. You might want to go take a look. I made a prototype because I just kind of winged mine when I made it. So I made a prototype before I did the video, and then I made one on the video, and those are both giveaways. And those, I will draw for those. Since I put it up last night, I'm going to wait 2 weeks. So on the 18th, we will draw for those. So you can see them on there because I didn't bring those in here either. Okay, so this week, like I said, I don't feel like I got a lot of stuff done, but I did a little bit of shopping. In Claire, we had an Amish quilt auction, and it has a flea market with it. I'm almost done with my flea markets. I have 2 more. There's one in Davisburg that is in October, and there's one in Midland in September. So I will be attending both of those. One more thing. I did have somebody ask me about this quilt pattern. And that quilt was bought, my husband bought it for me for our anniversary, and it was bought from an Amish antique quilt auction in Shipshewana. And I believe it was in April. So there was an Amish woman there, and she was bidding against us, and I think we wound up paying $375 for that quilt. And now I've had it for quite a while. And after we won the auction, she came up to me and she asked me if I could send her pictures because she wanted to recreate the pattern. And I said no, because you made me pay $375 for it. So I didn't give it to her because I thought that was way too much. My husband said, no, it's your anniversary present. You really like it, which I always have it hanging. So, and I love the Ohio Star. So, and this is kind of the Ohio Star with a feathered star look. So I do not have a pattern for that. I will post a picture of it on my Instagram if you'd like to try to recreate it, but I don't have a pattern. Okay, next up, let me flip this down so you can see my stuff. What else do I have? Oh, I have this. I started it a while ago. It's for quilting. It's English paper piecing. And what I'm doing with that, I'm using Simple Shapes. These ones are Taylor brand, and they're just the little, excuse my nails, I didn't do them. They're the little plastic shapes with the hole in the center, and then you use the stick to remove them. You have to have pieces around them before you can remove them. So if you can see on the back of mine, I've got these all the way around it, so I was able to remove these and all the center ones. I have quite a few of them, so I could go a while without removing them, but in my plan for that, I was going to do I forgot what it's called, with Antique Needleworker and Carrie. I was going to do the ugly, I forgot what they called it. Aunt Martha, or I forgot what they called it. But I have this book. It's Quilts from Grandmother's Garden. It's the Patchwork Place. And I should have opened the page up. It has been such a busy week here. That tutorial took a lot of time. Okay, so this is the quilt that I'm looking at. I really like it. It's actually, there's another one on the cover. This quilt in this book is not going to tell me. Okay, this quilt, the finished size is 19 3/4 by 21 3/4. So this is a small version. So I'm literally just looking at it and making mine from the pattern. I just thought that's really pretty. And I may put some roses around it, or I'm not sold on the flowers. But I love applique. I love handwork. So that is my plan with that. These are all Three Sisters fabrics that I'm using. I've got some centers done. I love Three Sisters fabrics. They're so soft and nice. I might hand quilt this one when I finish it. We'll see. I've got a lot of stuff here today. I've got a double tier case here that I've got glue sticks and round cutting thing and my fabrics and all my little templates, a threader. So I just keep that all together. Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to show you. I would like to get on schedule with that. I've kind of fallen off the hill on my crocheted blankets. I need to get back to that this week. I am actually 2 weeks behind on that. Okay, so let's go into my stitching. I have a feeling most of it's haul this week. Okay, so last week I told you I was going to start this. It's Mon Petit Exemplar. It's by Blackbird Designs. I don't know what this is all on the bottom. It just looks like a bunch of letters, random letters. X, Y, A, B, C, D, O, Q, R, S, U, T. Looks like a V, E, F. I can't do that because I have a kindergartner now, and I am going to have a kindergartner next year. So I might put a saying down there or something. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but I am going to make it into the bag when I'm done. It is this bag. You can see all the letters. They're just kind of all over the place. So yeah. Okay, so I started that this week, and I got quite a bit done. Letters go so fast. I'm stitching this on 30 count needle and flax Fraggle. It was something, a piece that I had left over from something else I did. So there it is. It was a fun stitch. Notice I didn't save the border for last. I really didn't like that. I thought I would, but I didn't. So I always say, this is going to be a finish this week, and then it's not. But I hope to finish it this week. Okay. I am stitching it with the called for colors. It's 3777 and 3023. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to use that color. It's kind of a greeny color. I think I am going to spray this with the antique spray, but I mean, it looks okay with it. So I'll decide that when I decide the saying. I have to graph that out. I still have to graph Have Ye Any Wool too for that other one. Hope to get that one done this week too. I spent a lot of time on that tutorial and getting the pattern together. I asked my daughter to help me. She was a little impatient with me. So in the end, I wound up doing it myself. Okay, next up, I've already showed you this and it was a finish. But I am going to be working on a tutorial. And I think I'm going to do 2 different tutorials just so you can see the, I lost my clip, oh, right here. The steps twice with 2 different things just because I have 2 things to frame. So I showed you this. And this was the frame that I got at the garage sale. And that's what I'm going to frame it with. I'm going to paint the frame cream and maybe distress it a little bit. So that's going to be one of the tutorials. And the other tutorial that I'm going to do is going to be Rose Hill Farm. I did get a finish on that. I had the flowers left to do on this side, I think it was, and the bottom. No, I lie. I think it was this side and the bottom. I had done all the green first. So I did get a finish on this one. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I thought I could have put my daughter's name on here somewhere, but it would be really tight. So I didn't do it because I probably would have had to do it right here to make that her sampler. But I do have another Stacy Nash. It's all kitted from Country Sampler that I may do for her. So this is a finish. And for this one, I did that with all called for colors. This one, I found this frame. It was on clearance because it's, one of these corners was bad. I guess it's this one up here. The rubber band my husband had on it. I was trying to figure out how much he had to cut off. But this corner was bad, but we're going to cut it down anyways. So I love that it has the wood grain here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's got the wood grain showing, and I think it's really pretty with this piece. I think it adds to it. I told you I'm doing cream color frames. I don't really have a wall to hang it on, but we're talking about listing our house. If not, I'm going to have to take something off the wall to put all these stitches on. So this will be the other tutorial. I just think that that looks really nice with it, that little bit of wood grain. So those tutorials will be coming. Probably I'm going to take a couple days to stitch because I didn't get a lot done last week. That's all I've worked on for the week. So I am keeping my book of days up. What else? I said last week I was going to start these 2, and I just didn't have time with the holiday. I had my grandkids. My grandson loves to fish, so we did a lot of fishing. And I need to, this one is going to be Which Will You Stitch with Java Girl, Chrissy and Anna. They're having a stitch along. So that's going to be my first one. I'm going to try to do a couple during the month because I need to. I have that whole bag of Halloween smalls and I need to pull them out and stitch some. I love Halloween. I decorate the most with Halloween. Actually, my husband already pulled all my Halloween stuff out because I'm going to a retreat mid-October. We don't really get trick-or-treaters here. That's one thing I want to change when we move to, because our other house was in the country. We had 50 acres and we didn't get trick-or-treaters there either. So I usually go to my daughter's house for Halloween and trick-or-treat with them, but I would like to have trick-or-treaters. Okay, so I had this piece of 32 count Kermit and I was going to do that one on it and that one on it. So as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go kit these both up and I'm going to start both of them today and get some Halloween going on. My granddaughter was stitching this one and I have to get an update from her how far she is. I showed you the picture of it. She's way ahead of me, wherever she's at on it. Okay, so that's that. When I was doing the liners, I did this one. I don't know which basket. Let me see if it says. There's a tag on the liner. This is the new tall key basket. It's just a basket that I had. So I fitted one to this too. I haven't finished it yet because I finished the pattern getting it all together late last night. But for this one, it's not even. But for this one, I am thinking about using some green ribbon and just attaching a ribbon here and attaching a ribbon here and tying bows under the handles just to pull out a little bit of green. This is one of the fabrics for a giveaway liner for the small gathering basket. It's just got buttons here and it's got like a loop that buttons over the button. So that is one of the colors, but go check that out if you're interested in entering. Okay, next I'm going to go into, we had that Amish flea market, or the quilt market with the flea market too. And this is one of the things I got. It says antiques. It's just, I'm too close to the wall. So I did get that. I have my husband built me a wall unit in my living room. And because we had a plain wall and we had a TV stand, but it limited you to the size of television you could have. And we went up to an 85-inch television. It doesn't look like it's that big, but he built me built-in. So all across the bottom, I have drawers for storage. And I've got shelves to display things at the top. The television is in the center, and then there's a shelf above that. So I'm going to put this on the one side of it by the hallway that goes to the bedrooms. So I liked that. I have a cotton sign in my studio downstairs. It's a metal sign. I really love those. And I think I have vintage and I have bakery. And I think that's all I have. Okay, I found these online. I didn't read it obviously because I thought they were right on. They're not. They're cut from a 3D printer. So I collect measuring cups. I have one cabinet that I keep them in. And I thought, well, it would be really cute to have some cauldron ones. This one doesn't work so well, so I have to prop something in there to have them all showing. But I did buy those. I thought that'd be really cute by all my potion bottles that I do. You'll see pretty soon because I'm going to decorate probably this week. All the crates are in the way, so I gotta get rid of them. I should have had my granddaughter help me, but we were too busy fishing. Okay, this is a flour sifter. I don't know if you've ever seen one like this. This was my grandmother's flour sifter, and she thought it was worth $2,000. I think she was born in 1921, and I gotta see if I can open it. And she used this as a kid. So it's got two sides, and it's got a metal thing in here, and you can open it from both sides. I just can't get that one open right now. So you put your flour in there. Oh, maybe because it's turned. I don't know. I can't get it open. Okay, so you would put your flour in there and you would just dump it back and forth. And she said as a child, she used to do that for her mother. So this is the infamous flour sifter. Everybody wanted it. I've never seen one like this before, but she got in her head that it was worth $2,000, which is crazy to me. But when I was out shopping, I found one, and it has a label on it. So I don't know if I'm going to do something with, I have another old sifter, so I have three. It's a collection. I collect things. And I don't know if I'm going to use magnets and try to do maybe the mice baking or something and put them on hers, because I don't think I want to take the label off of this. So it's got directions for removing it, but I think I want to leave it on there. So I did find that, which was a great find. What else did I get? Oh, I got my sweatshirt from Primrose. And it's got dust on it from the flour sifters. I have to wash it anyways. So I got that. I like big sweatshirts in the winter. I don't think I showed you these before. I found these at a garage sale, and they were marked $1 each, but then somewhere it said $8 for the box. So what it is it's surgical thread, so it's pretty thick, and it's all cotton. So I thought I can use these when I'm framing. So I'm going to try that with these framing videos. There's 9 of them, so that'll take me through quite a bit of framing. I also found these little spools. I think these were 10 cents, so I got them to do something with. That was the day I found all the frames, so it was definitely a framing day. Okay, I bought these. These are like big knitting sticks. They're decorative. Your yarn would be catching on here. But what I like to do is I put them in like greenery that I have, and I just have them stick out like different directions. I also do that with old spools, and some of them I paint. These I'm not going to paint, but some of the spools I've painted like a teal color or a cream color, and it just adds something visually. So I got those. I've only found those at Midland one time. I found this little spool. I thought it would be great for bobbin. I do have larger spools, but I thought that one might be really cute to keep. My other ones are really tall, so I'll have to see, but it was only like 10 cents. So I got that. I got my Floss Frenzy from Fat Quarter Shop. Maybe I can use some of these colors for my Halloween finishes because they're kind of there. Pumpkin. Purple Haze. It's pretty purple. That'd be good in a Halloween. Purple Majesty. I really need to go to the eye doctor. I have macular degenerative, so I don't know if that's my problem Purple Rain, Putty, and Queen Anne's Lace. That's a pretty color. So I'm going to look at these when I'm putting colors together. We'll see. Well, that was my Floss Frenzy. I'm in both the clubs. I keep saying I'm going to cancel them, and I don't. I am thinking about getting in another fabric club. So I have to look into that and decide which one. Okay, that's all for there. That's all that. Okay, I found this. And I don't know. I guess it's for utensils, but it spins. So I thought I'm going to paint it cream, and it'll come apart because there's a screw in there. I'm not. So I think it'll come apart for easy painting. If not, I'll just paint up to it. Distress it, because I think it needs a little distressing. I thought I can hang some floss on it. And I made a fabric tomato, which I have to make some more. And I thought I could glue that right on the top and just make it a unique piece. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I got that. My shopping time is kind of coming to an end now for all that kind of stuff, because we just have the 2 markets left. I found this basket, and this basket is a bread box, obviously, but I'm going to use it for storing something. I have a machine coffin. It'll hold a machine. The machine's not attached to it, but it didn't come with a machine. It's from a white brand sewing machine. So I have that with buttons, and going through and looking for them for the liner tutorial, I needed 8 buttons, matching ones, and I found that I have too many buttons in there. It's hard to flip through them. So I thought maybe I could put some buttons in here too. I have another storage. And I did get some little plants like this that I can put around in different little decorating areas. So I found that. I think I got four little plants. Okay, I found this. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I was thinking it was $3. So the plant looks pretty good, and the metal is all rusty crusty. So I was going to paint this cream. I paint everything cream or black. And I was thinking if I took the little, the Lori Holt stitch cards, that they might fit in these little areas. And there's 4 sides, so it would hold four of them. So I would just have to pick a theme, whether I do a sewing theme or something else. So I thought that was really cute. So I got that. I wind up with so many things to decorate with that I give them to my kids. My one daughter gets rid of a lot of stuff. That upsets me. My other daughter keeps it. Okay. I did get, this is in my front entranceway. Let me see if I can. That's, I guess, as big as I'm going to get it. Okay, I did find this cabinet. I've got both of the doors open. The one door on this side has where it's not painted. I haven't decided if I'm going to paint it yet, or just because I want it to look chippy, old, you know. So I found that little dress form too that I have sitting there. So I moved some of my stuff off my tray, my tiered tray, because it was getting kind of full. And then I had gotten a little dough bowl. It's on the top of it. And I've got a couple pillows in there, but I need something to, oh, my light's going off. I need something to prop them. up in the bowl so you can see them. But that was only $40. I thought it was a good find. And I thought for Halloween decorating that it'll be great to put apothecary bottles in, because I have quite a bit of them. I try to change up my decorating from year to year, but I'll do a house tour when I get that done. So I found that, and I did order the Tilda Santa quilt. That one's got a mark on it from my machine, but it's a free pattern on the Tilda website, but it's just got different Santas. I didn't get the button kit because they didn't have it, but it's quite expensive, so I think I might just do my own thing with buttons. But it's really cute. It's pretty big too. There's my line. That's not on the quilt. He's not fishing. And there's a pillow. But I thought it was really cute. Do I need another Christmas quilt? No. But I'm going to have one. I like the way they quilted the trees too. Just pretty. So I ordered that. And last week, oh, here I have pictures of, this is the other liner. It doesn't match my top because I have the other one, but that's the liner. Let's see if you can see it better in this one. Maybe you can see it a little better. It's got spools and buttons and scissors and bobbins, safety pins. So it's just a darker version, and I did whitewash my basket. So you can see on the end in the center here where I did the buttons. So it comes from this side, it's attached to the liner there, and it just goes over and buttons to here. So I sewed the buttons on first, and then I sewed right in here, so it wasn't the whole length of it open. So it kind of keeps it buttoned better by doing that. So that's the other one. So again, go check out that video if you'd like to enter to win one of those. Plans, I need to catch up on it. Tomorrow's the day, so I might sew that today. My blocks for my cottage block of the month that I'm in. So I have to do that. So I have a lot of plans for this week, so hopefully I have a lot of time. It really slows down now for us. It used to be this was the busiest time of year with the kids in school and stuff, but it kind of slows down now for us. My Tatum, she's my middle daughter's daughter, the one that lost her cat. She is playing soccer, so I'm sure I'll get down there to play soccer with her. I told my grandson, I gave him the nickname Cast Master because he's really good at casting. He'll be 5 in November, but he is really super excited for fishing. We bought him tackle boxes, him and his sister, and they took the tackle boxes home and they're empty. She's using hers as a collection box. So she's got a green string that she found here. She has some rocks that she found by our dock, and it's her collection box. So my husband yesterday, when I was videotaping, he went in the garage and went through all of his fishing stuff, and he got him all kinds of stuff. He's got a couple little minnow buckets, a worm bucket. He's got a fish grabber, a lot of lures, some extra weights. I don't know what they're called. I'm not a fisher person. I do have a fishing license now, but I told him I would come down there and fish with him. So, but Tatum's birthday is next Monday, so we will be doing that. She doesn't know what she wants for her birthday. Oh, she did get a kitten. Her mom went over the weekend to market, and let me see what she sent it to me on. Must be I saw the sign when we were gone. I gotta find it. My images are taking a minute to show up, that's why. I have to show you this sign, but I think might be this one. No, they had more miniature little pigs. This is how big her pig was when she got it. It's the same lady that she got them for. She was at the Claire show. But I think it was after that. Huh. Maybe it's, oh, let me check Messenger. It's taking me to Venmo. I don't want to Venmo. So this is the kitten they got. She's part Himalayan and part something else. But that's Tatum with her new kitten. So she's doing some bonding now. Let me see if the sign's on here. I found the sign and it's not going to be on here. Oh, I did get 2 baking bundt pans. I'm going to do pumpkins with them. They're just metal color, so I'm going to, I think one is like a cream color. So I'm going to paint them and do some greenery and stems and stuff. So I'm going to work on that this week if I get a chance to. That was my other find. The sign was so cute. Why can't I find it? I sent it to her. Okay, let me go back to the other one and look one more time. They're still not loading on here. We must send each other too many pictures. Oh, let's see. I think I found it. I love you more than bacon. Her pig's name is Bacon. And Tatum always, she's not into the pig, but I told her she needed to get that sign. So she didn't have me get it for her, but she said she was going to get it for Tatum. So I don't know if she's going to look for one or when she comes up here, go and get it, but they have quite a few of them. So that was cute. I told her she should get it for her fiance or her daughter. She could get it for both of them. Make it for Christmas. She has a cricket. Just make it. So I thought that was cute. I think that's all I have for today. We did have oh, my daughter, I have a Kindle, and my daughter got me, she got me these handles to try, but she got me this. Can we see it? It's a, let me do it that way. It's a bookshop cover. That was really cute. Okay. We did have a giveaway last time. It's a short video. I'm at 38 minutes. This was our giveaway because I had 2 of them. I have not pulled out my patterns. I have not had time, but I'm going to have a lot of duplicates because I apparently like to do that. Okay, and the winner of this is at RHODA Hoda J323. So if that's you, it looks like it's backwards, but if that's you, if you want to send me an email at vintagecottagestitches@gmail.com, I will get that out to you. And I didn't pull anything for a giveaway this week, so I'll do a giveaway next week. And I think that's all I have. So I hope you have a good weekend. Lots of stitching. That's what I plan on doing. And I think the only place I have scheduled to go is to go pick up my kit that I ordered from a quilt shop. It's about an hour and 15 minutes away from me. So I'll do that at some point, and the rest of the time I'll be stitching. My husband likes to cook, I told my grandkids, look, Papa stabbed me, which he did, but it wasn't on purpose. I was helping him. We had shish kebab when they came over for dinner over the holiday weekend. And he said, oh, I just put some new knives in the drawer. They're really sharp. And so he went to get one for me because I was cutting up mushrooms or something. And he came over there and he came at me and I moved my hand and I got stabbed. So when they got here, it was bleeding. I said, oh, Papa stabbed me. He's mad at me. They didn't believe me. So he really wouldn't do that. I told him he was telling me to stay out of his kitchen. I used to do all the cooking, and it started that my husband's he's a sleep mutant. He does not require sleep, and he's always been that way since we got married. I require sleep. He will usually get up sometimes 2 o'clock. He'll go to bed at 9 and get up at 2 or 4. And it started with holiday meals. He wanted to help cook the holiday meals. So I let him help me. And I think we did it together for a few years. And then one year, I went for a horseback ride with my daughter on the road, and my horse spooked. And actually, it was his horse. But he spooked, and he threw me off, and I broke my collarbone. And it was the night before Thanksgiving. And that's when he really started just cooking on his own. If he had a question, I would tell him what to do, and that's when he really started cooking. And then when he retired, he just has taken over, and I just have let him because that's okay. I love to bake, but he's trying to take that over too. But he doesn't do so well with baking. They don't come out a lot. The cookies come out flat, or he makes good zucchini bread, but so he cooks and I stitch. So, all right. So I will see you next Thursday. I am going to work on at least one of the framing tutorials, but it's not going to be for probably around my FlossTube time next week, because I'm going to take a little break, because that one was a lot to get the pattern, and it was a lot. So, so I will see you next week. Bye.